What I'm here to talk about right now is actually a beer called 4LC. I wonder if these are all going to show up backwards. I don't know. I'm just doing this on my phone. It's a beer called 4LC. So if you're familiar with Side Project, we actually have a membership club called the Coterie. Our diehard friends, fans, people that have been joining us for a long time. It was a way back in the past to, people that would come in and sit and share their time with us, a couple times a week, but, didn't want to come on a weekend when it was slammed and we were doing releases. And it's like, man, we have to find a balance between both. And so we started this club, and it's been really great. And I'm a member of a couple wine clubs, actually, just to kind of get a feel for how everything works. And it is nice, to have that direct line with the brewery. And so we're very fortunate that we have this great group of people who really enjoy our beer. So as do many of you probably watching this, if you're not even in La Coterie, thank you very much. So this beer is called 4LC. It's short for La Coterie. Double barrel aged beer. It was aged in Weller 12 and Blanton's barrels. And the recipes, the blend I selected were anywhere from 30 to 42 months in those barrels first and foremost. And it's the Vibes recipe. The Vibes recipe is the first stout recipe Karen and I wrote together a long time ago. It's probably the recipe that put us on the map, if you will, as a stout brewery. Our first adjunct stout that we ever made, I remember doing it in my kitchen. I had 4 different buckets of this recipe, and then I was playing with different ratios of anchovies, vanilla beans, cinnamon sticks, and cocoa nibs. We're going back to our roots with this beer as our first 4LC. If you're familiar with Side Project, you may know some of our 4 beers, like 4 Gabe, 4 Phil, 4 TWCP, which is the wine cheese place, and now 4LC. I put a lot of time in these for special friendships, honestly, more than anything that we've made over our decade, more than a decade of brewing. It's good to kind of go back to our roots for this one and use that recipe, use that blend. But I want to do something different with it. And so derivation number 6 is one of my favorite derivations. It's kind of stood the test of time. But that integration on that beer was just one of those perfect harmonies. And it's not always achievable that it's that perfect, I believe. So for what we did with this beer is after its first aging, we actually put it in a bright tank and adjuncted it. Put the cinnamon, vanilla, cocoa nibs, and just a dash of ancho chilies. I don't even know if you'll even taste much of the ancho in this beer when you try it, but it does bring a pop of spice that kind of pumps the brake on some of the age, if you will, and kind of keeps it fresh, which I like. But at that moment too, it just still wasn't like a D6, if you will. It didn't have that luxurious Side Project note. So for the first time ever, after we adjuncted, we took the beer and we need to put it in fresh barrels. It needs that fresh pop. Fresh kick. So we put it in Willet rye barrels to give it a second barrel aging. And that second quick pop, and it was only the second barrels for 7 months, which is it's unlike us, but the beer was already mature and aged out. But that second quick pop, if you will, was in Willet rye and another brand called Artifact. So Artifact whiskey. Artifact is a project of mine and 2 of my really good friends. And so we finished this beer in those after the adjuncts. And then when we moved it back to bright, we added one more pop of vanilla, because who doesn't love vanilla? Vanilla always, to me, tastes luxurious, tastes like Side Project, it tastes elevated, and it's a lovely addition to what our beers present themselves as. So after all that, it's said and done. It's a beer called 4LC. We're releasing this to our La Coterie members for them, and we are saving some of this beer for Stout Week. So if you are joining us for Stout Week here in St. Louis at the Cellar, you can come enjoy this beer as well. This will not be available to go to the public. This is for our members only, but you can enjoy it if you come here. So come visit us and enjoy. So that is 4LC. Thank you.